Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Jeff Bezos are examples of today's wealthiest individuals. But apart from them, there have been quite a few individuals in the past who have made some big bucks and whose names will be chimed throughout history as the richest people to ever exist. Hello guys, and welcome back to The Unknown. In today's video, we shall be counting down the 12 richest people in human history. Number 12. Cornelius Vanderbilt. To kickstart our list, we have Cornelius Vanderbilt, the man who made his billions by transporting cargo and merchants across water bodies. He also had investments in the railroad industry. The man was estimated to hold a fortune of $185 billion, which was later willed off to his wife and 12 children. Number 11. Mir Osman Ali Khan. Famously known as the Nizam of Hyderabad, Mir Osman Ali Khan was worth $230 billion and lived quite a lavish life. He owned 50 Rolls Royces, had a gold collection worth $100 million, and even owned a Jacob diamond. He was a great ruler and was very compassionate to the poor. He would provide the poor with free education and encourage the masses to educate themselves in the field of construction and science. Number 10. Muammar Gaddafi. Libyan dictator Gaddafi never failed to show off his wealth in different ways. While the people of his country drowned in poverty due to this reason as well as many other political reasons, the man was murdered. He had control over the oil reserves in Africa for almost 4 decades, which fed his bank account regularly. The man owned many expensive assets, including a $100 million Airbus A340M and a cruise ship called Phoenicia. His fortune was worth $200 billion. Number 9. Henry Ford. Henry Ford is the founder of the famous Ford Motor Company. The work that he did changed the world of industrialization entirely. This change was quite prominent when he created the first gasoline engine-driven vehicle, the Ford T. Moreover, he brought about the concept of Fordism with time. The man had a personal fortune worth $199 billion. Number 8. Nikolai Alexandrovich Romanov. Nikolai was the king of Poland, Grand Duke of Finland, as well as the last emperor of Russia. He, as well as his family, was murdered due to the Bolshevik revolutionaries. Back then, he was worth $900 million, which is around $300 billion in 2012. Furthermore, he's the richest saint of all time. Number 7. King Solomon. King Solomon is a man known for his wealth and wisdom and was said to hold a personal fortune of $2.2 trillion. He made his money through trade. Trade was great for him as he had great connections to Arabia and the Levant. For almost 4 decades, the man received 25 tons of gold per annum, which on its own adds up to around $40 billion. He was said to be so rich that even silver lost its value in front of his wealth. Number 6. William the Conqueror. William the Conqueror is a famous figure in British history who is known to invade and conquer England. He seized lands and treasure while invading England and even defeated Earl Harold Godwinson at the famous Battle of Hastings. He was then crowned King William I. From then on, he kept capturing kingdoms one at a time, which further boosted his wealth. After capturing kingdoms his whole life, the man had around $229.5 billion, which he later willed to his children. Number 5. Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie was not only a businessman, but also a philanthropist. He gained the majority of his wealth from Carnegie Steel Company, which provided him with a fortune worth $372 billion at the time. During the last few years of his life, he gave away 90% of his wealth to charity. Number 4. John D. Rockefeller. Back in the day, John Davidson Rockefeller was an oil tycoon and started up the famous Standard Oil Company. The billionaire owned 90% of the oil then. The man was soon worth $341 billion. Following World War I, he started up the Rockefeller Foundation, where he donated $250 million to help the needy. Number 3. Mansa Musa. Mansa was a ruler of the Malian Empire and is considered as the richest man to ever exist. The wealth that he accumulated was so much that no one has been able to calculate the amount that he withheld. His main source of income that fed his wealth included owning the Bambuk gold mines, which is way more than 50% of today's world's supply of gold. Furthermore, he knew of trans-Saharan trade routes, which further increased his influence on the people. Number 2. Akbar I. Akbar the Great was the third ruler during the Mughal dynasty. The wealth that he had then was equal to 25% of the world's GDP during that era. The Mansabdar system that was followed back then helped him raise funds from lands to feed his income. Taxes were also another way Akbar accumulated wealth. Number 1. Augustus Caesar. Augustus Caesar is a famous figure from the Roman Empire who succeeded his father, Julius Caesar. His success as leader was immaculate, which aided him in converting Rome into a true empire. He took control of the city and was the main individual during Pax Romana. The wealth that he had accumulated during this time was equal to around 25 to 30% of the GDP of the world during that era. Additionally, he had a personal fortune worth $4.6 trillion. With that, we come to the end of this video. Do like the video, subscribe to The Unknown, and turn on your post notifications. See you real soon.